All right, so we got some interesting news coming out this morning from Adam Schefter regarding the Carson Wentz, Jalen Hurts situation. So apparently Carson Wentz has said that he wants to leave Philadelphia if Jalen Hurts remains the starter. And so, as you know, most of you guys probably know, Jalen Hurts started last week versus the New Orleans Saints. Upsets the Saints, winning 24-21, and so Doug Peterson comes in and says, okay, we're going to stick with Jalen Hurts, which sort of makes sense. He's brought a little bit of a spark to this Eagles offense, and so now Carson Wentz seems to, not be too happy that he's, the backup in Philadelphia, which makes sense considering the Eagles paid him a huge, massive amount of money, and now he's sitting there on the bench, like, what's going on here? Why am I not starting? And of course, partly that's because he hasn't played good this season. We take a look at Carson Wentz's stats. 2,620 yards, 16 touchdowns, but 15 interceptions, only a 57.4 completion percentage, and a 72.8 rating. And so it makes sense. They wanted to bring in Jalen Hurts to sort of see, hey, let's see what we got with this guy, this second-round draft pick. Can he, sort of bring a spark to this offense that this offense has been lacking? And he really has brought a spark. Last game versus the Saints, we take a look at Jalen Hurts' stats. 17 for 30, 167 yards, 1 touchdown. So not like a crazy good passer, but he had 106 rushing yards on 17 carries. And I think that's sort of one thing about this Eagles offense is because their offensive line is the worst in the NFL, allowing 4.1 sacks per game. And so it honestly makes sense that Hurts would do better back there because he's more of a running threat. And so, with guys swarming the pocket, he can get out and run. Where Carson Wentz, of course, he can run a little bit, but definitely not as talented in that area as Jalen Hurts. So the question really is this Eagles team going to stick with Jalen Hurts as a starter for the remainder of the season? Because the head coach, Doug Peterson, hasn't come out and said that that's going to happen at this point. But apparently there's been some sources in the team that told ESPN's Chris Mortensen that Hurts will remain the starter for the rest of the season. So Carson Wentz probably, knows this and sort of wants it to be known that he does not really want to be in Philadelphia if he is a backup. He definitely probably still sees himself as a great player. And lots of people do say that, it's mainly the situation on the Eagles team for Carson Wentz because obviously doesn't have many great weapons. This offensive line is really bad. So lots of people seem to believe that if he can go somewhere else with a better situation, he could be maybe a top 10 quarterback. And obviously that's up for debate. Some people think Carson Wentz is just bad, done. He shouldn't be playing anymore. Some people think he could, get some more life somewhere else. I've heard a lot about maybe Carson Wentz going to the Colts. That could be a possible situation for him. So Carson Wentz just comes out, lets people know, I don't really want to be on this Eagles team. Packer, can you leave? So now I'm honestly pretty curious to sort of see how this entire situation ends up unfolding. Will they stick with Jalen Hurts? Will they want to get rid of Carson Wentz? The only problem for the Eagles is that apparently, because they signed him, Carson Wentz, to a $128 million 4-year contract, if they let him go after this season, it'll be a $60 million dead cap hit, which really, definitely isn't ideal. But the thing is, if they're going to be starting Jalen Hurts, if Jalen Hurts is better than Carson Wentz, if he plays better on this Eagles team than Carson Wentz, I don't know why you would keep Carson Wentz on your bench because he's not doing anything for you there if you decide to go with Jalen Hurts, for next season. So you might as well, get rid of him and sort of save a little bit of money if you're just going to sit him on your bench. But who knows what's going to happen next season. Carson Wentz obviously wants to be a starter somewhere. So it'll be interesting to sort of see how everything ends up unfolding for this Eagles team. But that's all I wanted to break down in today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, as always, and I'll see you guys on the next video.